This morning on College Week, we'll have an exclusive look at the newest additions to the USF Campus Safety Office.
We will also give you an explanation as to why these hard economic times may be affecting students on campus.
And Mike Harris brings you student opinions concerning the presidential candidates in this week's political moment.
All this and more coming up next on College Week.
From the Jeske Fine Arts Center on the campus of the University of Sioux Falls, this is College Week. With Daniel Hodges, Aaron Heinert, and Jerry Coxwell Sports.
Over the summer, USF announced that a nursing degree will be the newest addition to the curriculum. The university received a grant for $2 million to begin the nursing program. This grant, which is the largest that the university has ever received, will go towards hiring new staff and finding a chairperson for the department. The university, however, is unsure whether they will be offering a one-year accelerated program or a four-year Bachelor of Science in Nursing. The program will go under review in front of the South Dakota Board of Nursing before a decision can be made.
The newest club on campus met for the first time last week. USF Green is a student-led environmental group founded by senior Kyle Staggers, who formed the group after seeing a need for the campus to have a group committed to environmental stewardship. The focus of the club is to create awareness and bring to the campus an understanding of the impact that students have as global citizens. The group plans to bring a campus-wide recycling program, environmental speakers, and a week of activities centered around green living. If you have any questions or would like to join USF Green, contact the group online at usf@gmail.com.
Java City, in the lower level of the student union, has been feeling the economic crunch right along with their customers. College Week's Daniel Hodges has more on the story.
With the uncertainty surrounding the nation's economy, everyone is feeling the effects, from Wall Street all the way down to Java City.
As we all know, the price of everything has gone up on everything with gas, fuel surcharges for our trucks coming in and stuff like that. We're having to incur additional costs for that. And the consumer price index is something that we follow that's in our university contract that we follow. So the percentage increase came from that consumer price index.
The price hikes in Java City affect no one more than students. Many rely on using their flex dollars at Java City as a source for food during the busy school week.
I'm not on a meal plan this year. Being a junior, you can have the authority, I guess, to not have a meal plan, and I don't. And now it's kind of falling back on me because I noticed the price hike and that I'm losing money more than I did last year. So now I have to budget. So I thought $300 would be enough, but it's already not enough at all.
As soon as I got on campus and I didn't have a meal plan, I didn't have my flex dollars set up yet, which meant I was paying out of my pocket, so I noticed it right away.
All those students have noticed the increase in prices. Java City employee Caleb Hoover has not noticed much of a change in student attitudes.
I think the faculty especially is all right. I mean, we had 50-cent coffee, now it's 63 cents, and they seem to be fine with it, and students seem to be fine, maybe after like a little smart comment or something.
If prices continue to increase, Java City may find itself scraping for customers. For College Week, I'm Daniel Hodges.
Coming up next, see which department got an upgrade. Don't go away.
This past semester, you may have noticed a new pair of vehicles patrolling campus. College Week's Jen Halverson takes us for an inside look at the updated campus security.
With Campus Security's recent upgrade from the Honda CR-V to the Ridgeline, questions and concerns arise in the actual use of the vehicles. Kevin Grebin, head of Campus Security, explains.
And so with our extra duties that have been asked upon us and what we've done, I requested that we get 2 vehicles.
Such duties include driving to and from the USF Sports Complex and providing security for the athletic games. USF Green Club President Kyle Staggers questions the benefits of using such large vehicles on such a small campus.
The first thought that comes to my mind is that it's a little unnecessary. I just have to think of what I know campus security has done in the past and what their duties are, and just trying to justify something like this, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It seems like everything they can do now they could do previously.
With new hybrid vehicles, one security company in Sioux Falls has found ways to decrease cost in fuel.
My boss does research and stuff like that, and we're always looking for new ways to get better fuel economy and not only save money for him, but to save the environment as well.
The most calls we get for is just to suspicious activity of vehicles or suspicious activity of people.
If most calls are for on-campus needs, the question still remains whether or not both trucks are a necessity for campus use. For College Week, I'm Jen Halverson.
With new additions to campus nearly finished, some students feel that it is time to turn attention to the dorms. College Week's Shelley Jacobs has more.
Outdated, disgusting, gross. These are some of the words used to describe the living conditions in Burgess, Patterson, Kroski, and Grand Island halls.
Gross. Oh, nasty. It's disgusting. I would never cook food in it.
Our lounge and kitchen areas are decent, I would say. There could be some needed upgrades in some of the appliances.
Karen Niederhauser, who is an RA in Grand Island Hall, says GI needs some serious work.
I would personally like to see a lot of changes in the bathroom. They need upgraded shower stalls. The sinks, some of them don't work, and a lot of times the drains get clogged in the showers and in the sinks, so we need to clean them out regularly, and that can be kind of a pain.
Brittany Lammers, a resident of Kroski Hall, says that the lounges in her hall are decent.
We got some really nice furniture. Kitchens are good. The stove kind of smells because it's old school, like when you cook things, but that's normal, I guess. Other than that, oh, it's pretty good. Like the TVs all work good.
It's no secret that some of the lounges, kitchens, and bathrooms here at USF are in need of some renovations. And with all the complaining going on, students are looking for answers.
Overall, I think our halls have been kept in very good shape, but they are getting old. We've got 4 residence halls on campus that are at least 20 plus years old, and it's time for them to receive some much-needed love and attention.
Dan Boyle, who is in charge of housing at USF, shares that the Board of Trustees is looking into a solution for the dorm deterioration.
I think the committee can do a number of things. A couple of the big things would be to make sure that there are funds available to do the work that needs to be done. In other words, how much is it really going to cost? Are there any corners that we can cut? Are there cheaper ways to do things that we can legitimately do? Do we need to pay top dollar for everything? Those are a lot of questions that we need to get answered before we begin any of these projects.
I went on a tour last week with Student Senate to look at the dorms, and one thing that I noticed in GI was that it'd be really nice to maybe have some new blinds in the big lounge or even to get a new ping pong table.
Rachel Dewey, who lives in Grand Island Hall and is a member of Student Senate, says that the Student Senate will look into helping with some of the more minor renovations.
I think immediate things that the Student Senate could do would be microwaves. I think are a big thing. I know that the one up on 3rd floor doesn't really work very well. Nicer furniture in the smaller lounges. I know that the big lounge has some really nice couches and we really enjoy those, but just have the smaller lounges be comfortable for students.
Rachel also shares that both the Student Senate and the Board of Trustees have formed committees to help move renovations forward, and we may start seeing some major changes as soon as this spring. For College Week, I'm Shelley Jacobs.
With the 2008 election happening earlier this week, College Week's Mike Harris sat down with students to hear their concerns regarding the presidential candidates.
The 2008 presidential election is shaping up to be a monumental event. With each party having political firsts, the race has the potential to see the largest voter turnout in history.
For many USF students, this will be their first time as a voting participant. Sophomore Ashley Maturin and junior Luke Yost tell College Week what factors into their decision-making process.
I am looking for someone who is going to take this country to the next level. I am also looking for someone who is going to help the economy because it's really bad right now.
So I'm looking for a strong leader and somebody who can at least, you have to work both with Congress and the American people to maybe help us through this economy. And I'd also look for somebody who can clean up some of the environmental issues we have and look for alternative sources of energy.
While issues such as the environment and the economy are important to Maturin, there are aspects of both candidates that she feels are unimportant.
For me, race isn't an issue. It's more his religion. This country was based on Christian basis, and I think that the leader of our country should remain Christian.
Even though they share the same candidate ideals, Maturin and Yost have different views on the McCain-Palin ticket.
John McCain's age, he is a little old, but I think that with age comes wisdom.
I really don't think she's ready to be president if McCain dies or anything like that, because I don't think she has enough experience in Alaska. If she was governor maybe 10 or 20 years there, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
Look at how far we've come. Hillary Clinton, who came so close to the White House, and me, Sarah Palin, who is even closer.
Senator Obama, I am not President Bush. If you wanted to run against President Bush, you should have run 4 years ago.
Essentially what you are proposing is 8 more years of the same thing.
This has been USF College Week's Political Moment. I'm Mike Harris.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up next on Crosstalk College, Taylor Kalmus sits down with Joseph Wilsey to talk about his game show experience. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Crosstalk. I'm Taylor Kalmus, and sitting down with us today is Joe Wilsey. Nice to have you here, Joe.
Good morning, Taylor.
All right, now, Joe, everyone knows you won The Price is Right a while ago, but today we're going to talk about things that people don't know about The Price is Right and what happens when you win all these gifts. Now, tell us a little bit about the gift tax.
Well, there's overall about a 33% tax. There's a 7% California tax, and then there is the federal income tax, which goes upon your tax bracket as far as which income you fall under.
Okay, all right, now you won $32,000 worth of stuff?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, so you do the math. What is that as far, I'm not gonna put you on the spot here, but
I have to pay a little less than $12,000 in taxes.
Okay, and then how soon did you have to pay that? You have to pay that pretty much.
I had to pay about $2,300 to the state of California by the beginning of August, but the remainder of it isn't due until tax time comes April.
Okay, now these prizes, what is the value of these prizes as far as if you were going to try to sell them to make some of this money back?
Some of them you can sell pretty close. I was able to sell my refrigerator for close to the value. But other things like the player's piano that I won, nobody wants to spend $8,000 on a player's piano.
Mm-hmm.
So I just recently sold it for a little over $3,000. So basically paid for the taxes for it.
Okay, all right. So have you almost got the taxes paid for then, or are you still ways
I have
off?
one snowmobile to sell. I should be, as of right now, I think I have the taxes paid for though. So the snowmobile would just be bonus on top.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Tell me a little bit about the difficulty of getting these things sold. How much time do you think you've put into that?
Enough time to make it not worth it to win it, it seems like, definitely. I just recently actually got the last of my prizes a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So even though it happened in March, it's taken till near middle of October to get everything.
Wow.
So.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't expect that. So it really takes them a long time to get that stuff shipped out.
Yep.
But they do ship it.
They ship it at no cost to you.
Okay.
So that's good.
And has everything come exactly how you thought it was going to?
Nope. They've actually changed almost every prize that I have.
Oh, really?
So the living room set that I won changed into a bedroom set. My white fridge that I won changed into a 2-door stainless steel fridge.
Stainless steel is nice.
Yeah, stainless steel is nice. So they're kind of just changing everything up from what I'm actually winning depending on what they have in stock for the most part.
Now, tell me a little bit about what it was like just personally as far as way people treated you after you had won.
I got a lot of crap for it for the most part. I don't know if I can say that on the
You just did,
air,
so.
But, you know, it was something, when it initially happened, it was all anybody wanted to talk to me about for the month or so after it happened. But people still bring it up. I mean, when I went home over Thanksgiving, my grandpa introduced me as, oh, this is my grandson Joe. He won The Price is Right. So it's kind of something that, you know, follows you around that gets kind of annoying.
Yeah. Anybody asking you for loans or anything like that?
Just two.
Just two. Just two. And did you take them up
on
it?
No, absolutely
no
not.
high interest loans or nothing?
No. No better way to lose a friend than give them a loan, right?
That's very true. Now, tell me a little bit about just the experience of being on The Price is Right. I mean, was Drew Carey, was he fun?
He was kind of boring.
Kind of boring?
Kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of a creepy old man, for the most
Pretty
part.
cool, man. Okay.
Yeah, is what kind of my opinion of him. But it was a pretty surreal experience. I don't actually
I'm sure, yeah.
remember being up on the stage for most of the time. It's kind of afterwards watching the footage
happens
that
pretty quick.
it comes back. So it was a pretty unique experience that, I mean, I'm glad I had, but kind of ready for not to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, after this, we'll be done.
All right.
This is just the last one. So, are you keeping any of the prizes anyway? Are you keeping anything to remember it by?
I'm keeping the bedroom set, which actually turned out to be amazingly nice. So I'm keeping that one, and that everything else is going to help pay for the taxes.
All right. Well, we hope that you get that all taken care of. And thanks a lot for coming on, Joe.
Thanks, Taylor.
And back to you in the studio.
It's now time for sports. Here's College Week sports reporter Jerry Coxwell.
So, Jerry, what's going on in the wild world of Cougar sports?
Well, the basketball seasons began, and our football team just continues to humiliate opponents. It was a great start to the 2008 season for the USF women's basketball team, as they used a strong second half to upend Midland Lutheran 72-66 Friday afternoon in Fremont, Nebraska. The Cougars were down 40-31 at halftime, but used a 10-0 run to open the second half, grabbing the lead, and they never gave it back. Jamie Hofer and Kayla Blom, making their first appearances for the Cougars, scored 17 and 13 points respectively to lead the way. The Warriors were paced by Olivia Miller and Kelly Hermsmeyer, as each scored 12 points. Next up for the Cougar women is their home opener, as they face Mayville State University in day one of the USF Papa John's Classic. Tip-off will be Friday night, November 7th at 6 p.m. And now to football. It was another amazing defensive effort for the Cougar football team as they recorded their 6th shutout of the season, taking on Northwestern College 19-0 Saturday in Sioux Falls. In 4 home games this season, the Cougars have allowed 0 points and only 120 total yards of offense. Lorenzo Brown had an efficient game for the Cougars, throwing for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Alex Anderson caught 5 passes for 67 yards and 1 touchdown. With the victory, the Cougars improved to 8-0 on the season. Next up for the Cougars is a trip to Sioux Center, Iowa for their first ever meeting with Dordt College. Kickoff is set for Saturday, November 8th at 1 p.m. And that is sports for this day.
Great. We wish the Cougars the best of luck. Thanks, Jerry.
Yep, you bet.
With this week's movie moment, here's College Week's resident movie critics Jordan Erickson and Ronnie Hawkins with their reviews of summer blockbusters.
Welcome to USF Movie Moment on College Week. I'm Ronnie Hawkins.
I'm Jordan Erickson.
And today we have a special treat for all of you. We're reviewing 3 movies today that you may have missed over the summer, kind of a part of the big summer box office.
But you can see them now at the West Mall 7 for only $3.
So today we kind of have a cheap seat review for you guys.
Our first movie is The Dark Knight, starring Christian Bale as Batman and Heath Ledger as the Joker. The Batman is waging his war on crime in Gotham City, and of course the Joker comes in and starts creating chaos, and we get a big showdown between Batman and his biggest rival. So I really like the movie a lot. I would give it 5 out of 5 stars, no problem, due to Heath Ledger's incredible performance and just a great ensemble cast. Special effects were also very amazing.
Secondly, we had Step Brothers, which is a new movie starring Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. It is a film about 2 40-year-old guys that are still living with their parents and basically dealing with the fact that they hate each other's existence. So this movie was good. It's a typical Will Ferrell movie. It had some really hilarious parts in it, but it also kind of had some over-the-top, uncomfortable moments that kind of made you ask, why did they put that in there? I'd give this movie 3 out of 5 stars.
Finally, we have the latest Pixar movie, WALL-E, which is about a robot named Wall-E, who is left on Earth after the rest of humanity has gone off into space. Finally, after about 700 years, another robot arrives, and he, of course, falls in love, follows her into space, and where they get into a crazy adventure. And the movie is pretty incredible due to the fact that there's almost no dialogue in the entire thing. So I was very impressed. I'd also have to give this one 5 out of 5 stars, just due to being a great story. Well, what did you think?
I thought Dark Knight basically, hands down, was the best movie that came out this summer. It was, smashed all kinds of box office records.
Of course.
Heath Ledger was amazing as the Joker. You could see
really
that he really put a lot of time, fitting into and playing his character. It was really great.
Yeah, that was definitely the best part of it.
Yeah. WALL-E, of course, was great. The best part about WALL-E, though, is they say like 2 lines in the whole entire film. It's still like amazing.
And you still really like the characters
yeah,
a lot.
Exactly.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. So what did you think about Step Brothers?
You know what? I agree with you that it was over the top. It was ridiculous, but I think it worked for me. I think that that's the logical step they needed to take in order to make it better than the regular Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they work really well together, John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell.
Oh,
and so, yeah, the fact that it was so over the top almost made me like it more because they just knew they were trying to be ridiculous. Yeah. And so it was good. I'd have to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Cool. Well, very good. All right, well, this is all we have for you on this installment of Movie Moment. Back to you guys in the studio.
Although cheerleading is usually considered a female sport, College Week's Taylor Kalmish shows us that it is for anyone who has spirit.
Every fall, many men support their favorite football team. Some do it from the stands with a lung full of air.
Kill 'em! Rip their face off!
And others do it from the sideline with just plain spirit. The USF cheer squad consists of 20 women and 2 men, Josh Zach and Mike Harris. Mike explains the benefits of being a male cheerleader.
Well, there's a couple different factors. Scholarship, you know, you get a scholarship for doing it, and then going out and just kind of supporting your school. But also there's that level of do I want to say attraction? Yes.
Freshman cheerleader Stephanie Chmielewski explains why she says she loves having men on the squad.
They bring such a powerful force to the team. They're always there for us, helping with spotting. Always helps having some muscle on the team, lifting, bringing the team to a whole nother level.
Although Mike says he wouldn't give cheering up for anything, he also says it isn't all fun and games.
You catch a lot of criticism, a lot of flack from a lot of other guys. A lot of the times it's just kind of joking around, but at the same time, you know, they're a little serious. Personally, I think it's a little bit of jealousy.
It's really strenuous being a yell leader, but it's really rewarding in the end. And I wouldn't change a thing.
Mike says the whole squad is having a lot of fun this year, and he encourages other males to try out for cheerleading.
You can pick it up really easy, and there's a lot to learn. Keeps you in good physical condition.
Please come out. We need all the guys we can get, and it's an awesome way to support your school, have some spirit, and have a great time with scholarships and fun.
For USF's College Week, I'm Taylor Kalmish. Awesome news.
Well, that wraps up another edition of USF College Week. I'm Erin Heinert.
And I'm Daniel Hodges. For everyone here at College Week, have a great day. Thanks for watching.